When it was first revealed that there would be 5 Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movies in total, I hyperventilated, and then after I recovered, I decided to go ahead and find information and build a timeline. Wanna see it? Hello guys, my name is Pepin and welcome to my spot. My first thoughts when I heard the news was magical schools. Just a few weeks earlier, she had released a map with all the magical schools around the world, and I thought, that's it. He's gonna be traveling to all these schools. At the same time, he's gonna be gathering magical creatures. Genius, right? Well, not so fast. After I did some digging, I found out that his travels were over by the time he reached New York in 1926. That would imply that if she wanted to do that, it would have to be a prequel, and she made it clear in a tweet that it was not. Upon further thought, such a storyline would actually kind of suck. I mean, there's no conflict at all. You have an adult traveling to children's schools collecting animals. It didn't quite fit, especially when Harry Potter's fans are in their 20s, and I don't think they're going to be interested in seeing a repeat of Harry Potter. But on top of that, the main reason why such an idea wouldn't work is because it is missing one key ingredient that she has throughout all her stories, including the casual vacancy, and that is socio-political conflict. Not that kind of socio-political conflict. It's the one that you can see in the wizarding world in the Harry Potter series. They have a very rigid caste systems with humans on the top, more than likely pure bloods, and everybody else underneath, with the other non-human species basically no opportunity at all of climbing up the social ladder. Also, you have the obvious villain, Lord Voldemort. He is the magical equivalent of Hitler, even down to the blood purity obsession. As time went on and information started to leak, my idea started to solidify. Then soon after, in the trailers, this was said.
They think this is related to Grindelwald's attacks in Europe.
And only a couple days later, it was confirmed that Grindelwald would be a recurring character, and it was casted by Johnny Depp. Boom! I was validated. But one thing bothered me a lot. How are they going to integrate the two characters? I mean, they were complete opposites. You have Grindelwald, which is an evil villain, and then you have Scamander, which he is a conservationist. The two stories just didn't blend. So what I did is that I started digging into the facts and trying to find out when did they actually overlap. And I started from the very beginning. In 1899, when Albus Dumbledore and Grindelwald were only 17 years old and they first met, followed by Newt Scamander's admission to Hogwarts, the beginning of his travels, and their conclusion in 1926 with a visit to New York City. After that, Newt goes back to London and publishes his book, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, in 1927. After this point, information on magical history gets a little bit, completely fuzzy. So what I did is that I started integrating elements of real life in order to serve as a backdrop for what the stories could be. So then in 1945, things start getting a little bit interesting because we have the graduation of Tom Riddle, the conclusion of World War II, plus one of the biggest, most epic events in magic history, Albus Dumbledore and Gellert Grindelwald duel. After this point, I just followed Newt Scamander's life as far as I could, through the first Wizarding Wars and the creation of the Order of the Phoenix in 1970, to his visits in 1993 to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Okay, so I had all this information and I was ready to start creating a story, and it went like this. I figured, what a better way of conquering a population than by having them kill each other first and fracturing society. After that, it would be easy pickings. Think about it. Second, we get to see Grindelwald's and Dumbledore's duel in all its epic magical glory, and consequentially, the end of World War II. Also, we'll get to see Tom Riddle's graduation, even if it's from afar. After that, fast forward to 1970, to the first Wizarding War, where Newt Scamander will meet the Order of the Phoenix and collaborate with them until Tom Riddle, now Lord Voldemort, is first defeated. Finally, the very last scene for one epic, magical, universal conclusion in 1993, when Newt Scamander visits Hogwarts to visit Albus Dumbledore and sees from afar a second-year student, the boy who lived, Harry Potter. Perfect. But then this happened. All those hours and all these pages of information, just a complete waste of time. At least I got the duel right. But do not despair, we do have some solid information we can base our storyline on. Number 1, the movie will take place in Paris and London. It was confirmed by David Yates. Also, the part that I think I'm most excited about is that he's gonna go ahead and meet a young version of Albus Dumbledore. David Yates confirmed this. However, the most telling, and I could say also exciting, is the fact that Credence is alive. As it turns out, there was a scene that was cut from the end of the movie in which they show Credence boarding the ship. They cut it out just to keep the suspense alive, and it was a good call. However, it didn't matter in the end, it was released in the press anyway. So it is very likely, definitely not far-fetched, that the Ministry of Magic is gonna go ahead and commission Newt Scamander to capture the Oscurial. After all, he is the only one that has been able to do so in the past. And it is not really far-fetched to think that Albus Dumbledore is gonna somehow aid him in this endeavor. And also, I was thinking about this, Tina might play a key role in this. After all, when the Oscurial was in the subway station and she said Credence and he stopped, it seems like she is the only person that he's gonna listen to. Oh, and Grindelwald would probably escape. So as terrific as all these little details sound, I still like my story a lot better. So do you agree with this last theory? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me thumbs up so other people can find this video. If you have a chance, go ahead and subscribe, you guys. It's just a tiny click. Thank you so much for watching and have a very Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.